Good morning, everyone. Time now 9:45 a.m. January 29th, 2020. I'm coming to you guys this morning adding a part 2 to the Kobe Bryant situation concerning the loss and death of him and his daughter and 7 other passengers that was aboard the helicopter. Myself, I've been a spiritual medium now for about 26 years. I've been able to channel spirits. I've been able to bring spirits in, asking God to bring them in toward the light, come in love and peace as they enter out in love and peace. I've always been one to be spiritually gifted and guided. I'm a spiritual empath. I'm a light worker. I'm a spiritual healer. For the past 3 days, I've been channeling Kobe Bryant because his death was such a shock for the entire world. We all were just lost for words. We all had questions. Why? What happened? How come? What went wrong? Who's to blame? So, of course, I had to connect. I was forced for some reason to connect. I didn't want to. I said I was going to leave this situation alone. But then something led me to open up and want to share. I wanted to connect because I had questions for myself. I had questions. So I asked Kobe as I connect. I asked Spirit to bring in Kobe. As I took a deep breath and I said a prayer. And as I channeled in with Kobe and I spoke to him, as I was traveling on the way home from work, as I was traveling on the way to work, I was like, Spirit, please allow me to connect with the death and loss of Kobe Bryant. Allow Kobe to come in. I bring before the light. Allow him to speak to me. I asked him, Kobe, was there any foul play involved in this helicopter accident? He said no, there was no foul play involved. I asked him what did he think went wrong. He said it was any other normal day as usual other than the weather. He was always the one to be on point, to be on time, plan ahead. He didn't think anything would go wrong. Everyone had gathered at the site, met up on time to board the helicopter. I asked him, I said, did you have any concerns? And he said, no, not one. He trusted his friend, the pilot. It wasn't the first time him traveling by helicopter. The reason for the trip was for his daughter's tournament. There was people there waiting. He had everything planned out correctly according to time. They boarded the helicopter. And when I spoke to him, I had asked him, Kobe, what happened in that helicopter? And he said to me, as everything took off smoothly, I asked him, I said, what happened? He said, well, the helicopter took off. We tried to rise above the cloud. There was a tunnel cloud. He kept saying they tried to rise above the cloud. The clouds were thick. So therefore, they tried to rise above it in order to see. And it was at that moment, as they tried to rise above it, pilot light came on. Radiation, fuel. Something went wrong with the radiation, the fuel, the climate, Fahrenheit. Caught them all off by guard. They tried to mash down on a receiver. They tried to mash down on radio to inform others that something was wrong with the helicopter, that the pilot light had came on. They was running low on fuel. They heard something snap. Immediately they knew something was wrong. Oh God, now what? What do we do? Something is wrong. Tried the radio. Radio didn't work. Helicopter drops. They try to hold control steady. As the helicopter dropped, they tried to hold steady. It kept dropping. They got caught in the funnel cloud. Immediately everything just got dark, gray. Said a prayer. Told my daughter I loved her. We as parents all gathered up, said a prayer. Held on tightly to our children, telling our children we love them. Holding on tight to our children. Dear God, this is it. Kobe, do you have any last words? Only that he hate that all this took place. He hate things went wrong like it did. I asked him if given a second chance to do this all over again, did he have any regrets about the decision that was made? He said no, never. He had no regrets. If he had to choose to do it all over again, he would have went about it the same way and took a helicopter. The only thing different, he would have waited for another day. It was never his intentions or anyone's intentions to put anybody else's life in harm's way. Unfortunately, these things happen. All he could do is ask for forgiveness. His deepest regrets is not being there for the rest of his kids, his wife and family, the players on his team, all his friends, everybody, loved ones, sisters, brothers. He can't explain this loss. It seems unreal even to him as he look at so many people grieve his loss and all those who also lost their lives. He too is in complete shock as what in the world happened. Why didn't we see this coming? Why was we in such a rush? I asked him, Kobe, where are you now? Have you crossed over completely? Has everyone crossed over completely? He's saying no, not yet. He's with his family. The injuries were harsh and painful, but quick. He felt it through his chest, back, and neck. holding on strong and tightly to his daughter, as all the other parents was holding on tightly strong to their daughter. It was like a dwindling rush that came over them. Start losing their breath, their last breath, their last breath. His daughter crying, screaming, "Daddy, I can't breathe." Saddest day of his life, saddest day of everyone's life. He keeps saying that they tried to radio in for help. They tried to radio in for help. The helicopter was dropping. They tried to radio in for help, but by that time it was too late. All they can do was gather in prayer. Get down, get down, get down. Everybody get down. Everybody get down. Get down, get down. Cover your heads. Get down, get down. Cover your heads. Grabbing their bags or whatever they could to try to cover themselves up as much as possible. Not knowing what to expect, like a roller coaster ride. It happened so fast. None of them was prepared for what was about to take place. Any last words? I love my fans. I never meant to let anyone down. I love my family. I love all those who love me. I never meant to let anyone down. Do you have any deep regrets or remorse about the decision you made? Only regret he has is that he wasn't, informed. If only he had a known, maybe he did. He wasn't one to live in fear. He wasn't afraid of dying. He wasn't afraid of flying. So death never crossed his mind. If it happened, it happened, but not in this situation. This is not the way he wanted to go, especially with so many others. Tell my fans I love them. Tell my wife I love her. Tell my fans I love them. Tell my fans I love them. Kobe, are you still in pain? He says no. His body descended, it lifted up. He doesn't feel any pain. The only pain he feels is looking over, seeing so many people shed tears, and keep asking himself what happened. What happened? What happened? What in the world happened? Looking at the helicopter crash, what happened? in a state of shock. What happened? Where is everybody? What happened? He's in complete disbelief. He's been flying for so long now that this is just a complete shock. How could something like this happen? He said something about the fuel light, the pilot light, the radiation fuel light, pilot light came on. They heard a clutch. They tried to mash down on the receiver. They tried to mash down for help. Oh my God, my baby. Daddy, are we going to die? No, baby, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna all be okay. We're gonna all be okay. Come, let daddy hold you. We're gonna all be okay. And it was at that moment he knew it was all over with from there. He hate this happen. No words could explain it or describe it. Spirit, I'm gonna ask that you lift Kobe and his daughter Gigi up toward the light. Love and peace. That you raise every spirit up with love and light. Peace, calm, love and light. Love and light. Follow the light, Kobe. Follow the light, Gigi. Follow the light. The light, the light, the light. Follow the light. The light. Go toward the light. Gather your wings and go toward the light.